All right, hey friends. So I want to talk today about how to show up on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok when you're an introvert and you want to be a life coach. So one of the problems is that we tend to think that, we see these wonderful, beautiful souls online and they are loud and they're energetic and they're dancing and they've got music and they've mixed all their stuff together and it looks really slick and it's very cool and it's really cut in a very cool way, and we're like, oh, I have to do that. And actually I think that you do not have to do that. And I wanted to make this video for those of you who are maybe a little bit more introverted, more quiet, more reserved. And I want to let you know that you can be 100% successful and not have to be fancy or loud or inauthentic. So I believe that your presence is, your online presence absolutely can reflect the love that you have inside. And so I just want to give you a few tips. So the first thing that I would say is to kind of understand that your presence, your person, is actually really, really valuable, and that maybe it's okay if you are not super loud. Like, you don't need to turn up the volume on your voice or on your personality, but you need to turn up the volume on your love, okay? So making sure that you are nurturing yourself and that you are giving yourself the love that you have in your heart, you're giving that back to yourself. And allowing yourself to kind of create from that space is going to bring you more quality. It's going to make you more quality oriented, and it's also going to bring you people who are more quality oriented rather than people who are just out there consuming content and not doing shit with their own lives, okay? So that is, I think, really, really important to understand. Also keep in mind that you do not have to put out a lot of content. So like you see some people, they've got like 12 different reels going on every single day. You don't have to do that, just start off, especially if you're new, start off making, small things, and don't try to do it all at the same time. Don't try to put it all out at the same time. Like, oh, I'm going to just, put all my stuff out. No, you're going to create a couple of things that are really, really high quality, and then you're going to let those things kind of speak for themselves. And you're going to let your presence and your true personality come through. Also, don't try to grow too big too quickly. You don't need to get 1 million views on your stuff. Be okay with 20 views, okay? Understand that the people that are coming to you, there are some people, okay? There are some people and some personalities that in order to make $1, they have to have, oh no, here you're back again. It's a very cute dog, and he is wet, and he is insisting on jumping on me.
Sorry.
It's okay, no problem. Pas de souci. So cute. She's watching these dogs, and they are so cute. Anyway, so there's some people that don't have a program and don't have an offer, and they are just out there. They need to make money by having large volumes of stuff. And you don't have to do that. You don't have to be a large volume content producer. Really, for you as a life coach, in my opinion, and the way I teach my clients, is that actually what you need is some really high quality content. Not high quality in the way that it's edited together, high quality in the thought and the work that you've put in behind the scenes. So it's kind of like the difference between a person who sits down and writes an entire book versus the person who sits down and writes a blog. It's like if you've written an entire book, you've done a lot of research and you've put that, and then you put that out there and it goes out with tremendous quality, a tremendous heart, but there's a lot behind it. I want you to be that kind of a person as a coach, unless you really just want to be an influencer. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that all influencers have no depth to them. I don't mean that at all. But I'm saying that for you, taking that approach and making sure that you are a high quality presenter with your content and the thought behind your content, I think that's going to go a long way for you, especially if you're introverted. It's going to give you an opportunity to be very authentic with how you put yourself out there. You're going to feel good about how you're showing up. You're going to really talk to people on a deep level, and I think that matters. Now, the next thing that you have, this is what I want to say, the next tip for you. I want you to create video in a way that feels natural to you. Okay, so right now, I am wearing makeup. I did have to learn, how to put makeup on, like in the mornings. I normally just kind of get up and just go, all right? But because I do make videos, I have told myself, look, you got to start putting on a little bit of makeup in the morning. So, and I like it. I especially like my eyes because I've been using Revitalash and my eyelashes are popping. They're really long. This is long eyelashes for me, okay? I haven't worn extensions for about 7 months, and I'm really happy that my eyelashes are coming in nice and long, so that feels good. Anyway, so the point that I want to make is that I want you to make videos that feel actually natural to you. You don't have to do an elaborate setup. You don't have to do crazy editing. You don't have to do like crazy backgrounds. I like making videos out in nature when I'm on a walk with a polo because, number one, I think these make really beautiful, I think it's just beautiful in my woods. And I call it my woods. I'm in the Bois de Boulogne. Apollo vient. And I also like being out in the world. I like being in the nature. I like being, just outside of Paris. And I love this place so much. Like, I call it my woods because these are my friends. Like this tree, I'm looking at this tree right here. And I'm like, you are my friend. You are my friend. And the interruptions are minimal, okay? The sound is pretty good. I'm using my earbuds because they're here and it's convenient. I don't like anything that is gonna be extra. I'm low maintenance. I don't like extra. So if I have to use and I've done it in the past. I've used extra microphones, and having to set that up is extra to me, even though it's pretty basic. Look, for me, these kinds of videos, I like this, okay? So I want to say that I just want to kind of let you know that the most kind of compelling things that I've seen are the ones where the people are really authentic and they're talking very deeply. When you're at home, make your videos in a way that feels really intimate and comfortable for you. Act like you're just talking to one person. You can also, and I haven't tried this yet, and I would really like to do this, make some videos where you're just talking, but it's the camera is focused on something else so that you can do more of a voiceover video, because sometimes being seen is problematic for us. Like, we don't want to be seen. We don't have to want to put on makeup. We don't want to have to do our hair. We don't want to have to see ourselves. Okay, I totally get that. And the video needs to get done anyway, right? You still have to do, you have to do your work. You have to show up for people. But maybe you can do a voiceover video where you just talk, and you just share your ideas. But the video is placed on a candle that's flickering, or it's placed on the rain. I've actually taken some videos of the rain falling. And it's so peaceful and nice. And then just incorporating a little voiceover with that could be a really nice video experience. And I guess the point of this that I'm also bringing out is to understand that video making is not about me being in the video, being a cheerleader, but actually maybe it's about, hi, I'm here giving you an experience. Yes, what I'm saying is important, but I also want to give you an experience and coming up with some ways to take the pressure off of yourself so that you're giving an experience and giving a meaningful talk, like your Super Sundays. I know Oprah had her Super Sunday thing. I keep wanting to call it Super Bowl Sundays, but that doesn't make any sense at all. That's not what it's called. Super Soul Sundays. Well, you do your thing, right? So anyway, that is one way that you can actually kind of put yourself out there and not feel like so much pressure. So creating your own little vibe, all right? Now, the other important thing that I really go into with my students is to kind of like batch your work. So for me, I do a lot of video batching and a lot of article batching because I am a CEO, all right? I'm a CEO, but I've also still got to wear a lot of hats. I have 2 employees, 2 full-time employees, and then I have some extra service workers, but that is not enough for the empire that I'm building. So I'm still playing my role of CEO, but I still got a lot of work that I have to do, But one of the things that I understand about people who are introverts, and one of the things that is a requirement as a CEO and as someone who has a successful business, you need boundaries. So rather than trying to kind of like do all the things, okay, and instead of trying to post every day, what you can do is create your content ahead of time and then schedule it, right? I think that's super important, like understanding that you need to schedule things and that scheduled content is gonna kind of save your life. One of the big things that I do in my Alchemy certification program, part of getting certified is learning how to manage your business, learning how to manage your content, learning how to manage your time. And one of the things I help my people do is to set up a timeline. I actually sit down and I teach my people how to do this. Sit down and make a list, like a timeline of what you're going to be creating, and then you create it and then you schedule it, like when you're going to release it. And it's a whole process, okay? Like I plan my whole year out, a year and a half in advance. So I'm scheduled right now through April or May of 2027. I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Now, have I written all those articles and set up all those videos? No, I have not. But I know what I need to do. And that's really important. Now, a lot of you, especially you spiritual types, are going to be like, well, I like to act in the moment. I like to kind of go by what I feel in the moment. And I'm saying that I do that too. This video, for example, is something I literally just thought of last night because I was thinking about, I had a session with one of my students, and she was so upset because she's at the point in her program where she has to now put herself out on social media, and she's terrified. And she's like, I'm terrified of having to make these videos. I'm an introvert. So this video is for her. Well, just because you've planned the core of your content doesn't mean that there's no room for anything that's spontaneous or in the moment. For me, I like to plan, okay, that's the divine masculine is planning, creating systems, creating timelines. I create a masculine container so that the feminine, that impromptu, that spontaneous part of me can come forward, and she has a safe place to go. And I will put this video, I'll post this video tomorrow, and there's room for that, okay? Just because you're planning doesn't mean that you have to invalidate your flexibility, it's not reality, And don't set yourself up to have to fail like that, right? All right, let's see. Is there anything else I want to say about that? Well, talking about scheduling, so yeah, setting that stuff up, creating your stuff as you can, and scheduling. One of the things also, and this is really important for me, like when I get an idea, I like to do all the things. So when I write one article, I'm probably going to write 3. Like I noticed in myself, I'm not going to just write one article. I'm going to write 3 because when I'm in a writing mood, I'm in a writing mood. And then what I'll do is I'll take each one of those articles and I'll break it down into different posts. I'll break it down into different video ideas. So I'll be in that one topic for a lot of different things. I'll create a whole bunch of different content. I'll go into Canva. I'll create some AI images. I'm going to do a whole bunch of stuff all at one time because I'm in that thing. That's the feminine in me working in that way, and the masculine, that support structure, is also kind of putting it out, is creating the structure. And again, that's just reinforcing what I just said, okay? All right. Number 4, the 4th tip I have for you is to maybe consider, if you are sensitive, use rituals to kind of open and close these sessions, okay? Because if you're someone who's empathic or you're a healer, having a ritual that makes you feel a little safer, like let's say you are you're an empath and you are also an introvert, okay? You're an introverted empath. Setting up a boundary for yourself that says, hey, I'm going to work on this video and I'm going to open myself up, or I'm going to open myself to this live stream for the next 30 minutes, that'll help you as an introvert feel safer, and as an empath, it's going to feel safe because you've set boundaries. Boundaries are wonderful protectors. So you say, I'm going to work on this from here to there, and then when that time is done, you are done. You are out of there, okay? So there's another cute dog, a bunch of cute doggies behind me. Oh my God, look at them looking. They're cute. They're like, are you talking about us? Apollo's back there too, getting his booty sniffed. So as an introvert, you are going to thrive in boundaries, okay? When you're done with that time that you've given, shake it off, okay? Step away, go drink some water, take a walk, revitalize yourself. But the thing is, I think that you're going to feel better because you've taken care of yourself. And I think a lot of times with introverts, there's kind of like this feeling of, I shouldn't be this way. I'm not like other people. I'm disappointing people, but I got to do this thing for people. And I just want you to treat yourself fairly. I want you to take care of yourself, nurture yourself. Be good to yourself, because you're already being good to other people. You're doing a lot for other people by being a coach, by creating content and putting yourself out there. That's a gift for people, and you deserve, oh, that wind, I hope you can still hear me. You deserve to take care of yourself. You deserve to have your time protected, all right? And here's the last thing that I want to leave you with. I want you to embrace your own essence, right? Like, I want you to understand that your calmness is totally magnetic. I want you to understand, look at Apollo. He's totally taking this in, all right? Apollo is like, my calmness is magnetic, Mom, right? Being the person who you are, the introvert, the empath, the sensitive soul that you are, just because you've chosen to go into work that makes you give of yourself doesn't mean that you have to sell yourself out or sacrifice yourself, okay? This is your opportunity to show the world how to take excellent care of yourself. And embracing that, holding that up, celebrating that, I think it's really important. And I want to encourage you to do it, And if you've never seen it done before, be the first, okay? When you show up online as yourself, introverted, you're grounded, you're reflective, you're empathic, you're giving permission to other people who are craving that same experience, okay? They want to unfold that within them. And basically, you've kind of become the coach that you need for yourself, which I think is awesome. All right? So, wrapping this up, you guys, you don't have to be loud or crazy to be visible. You can be visible on your own terms. Just create a way to do it in a way that's actually effective and that draws people in. Because I don't want you resentful. If you have to come on video and be resentful, you're going to be pushing people away, and that is not okay. You don't want to do that. All right? Okay, my friend, that's it for me for right now. I look forward to seeing you. Oh, and please, I want you to do a few things for me, okay? If this kind of work is interesting to you, I want to meet you, all right? Sign up for my newsletter, download my ebook, join me for a challenge, join me for boot camp. There are a lot of things going on, but do one of those things. Probably the best way is to download one of my ebooks. Right now, I've got this ebook out. It's called Is Alchemy Coaching Your Path to Purpose and Six-Figure Income? Download that, all right? Get that book, read it, and then come and join me on some of my live streams. Come and join me in some of my classes. Let's talk about you and coaching and how we can turn you into a six-figure coach, whether that's alchemy coaching, spiritual life coaching, transformational coaching, whatever you want to do. My brand is Alchemy Coaching. If you want to learn more about that, we can talk about it.